Hey everyone, just want to show you all right quick. I know here about probably a week or two ago, I showed you this new big 1-inch cordless Ingersoll Rand impact that we got. Dual battery, one on each side, 20 volt. And I have actually used this somewhat on the big sprayer over there, pulling out some different big bolts and that kind of stuff. However, this morning I actually just helped one of our landlords on his excavator. He had a bearing roller on the bottom of the track, one of those big rollers. The bearing inside that was out. And so I ran over and helped him. I took this big guy and two of the big bolts that I could actually get this thing onto. Let me tell you something, it was well worth the money. And it's got kind of like what I would call like an automatic power on demand. Because once I begin to pull the trigger, I can see the socket out here turning on the big jam nut. And it was turning slow, but it was turning. However, as it began to actually slow down, because I think the threads at the end of the bolt were kind of messed up just a little bit. And so as the nut began to get into that, it began to slow down. Well, when it did that, I could feel it as I was holding the thing. It began to put the power onto it. And it was actually, if I would have let go, it would have went right out of my hand. But like I say, it's got like power on demand, and so the harder something begins to turn, it begins to crank up the torque. And like I say, this big thing's got 3,000 foot-pounds of torque, which is actually 1,000 pounds bigger than my Carlisle 1-inch air impact. And so far, I like this big guy. It was well worth the money. And so anybody out there thinking about getting a big 1-inch cordless impact, check out one of these Ingersoll deals. Now I will say we actually got this here through our local Napa Auto Parts because they're an Ingersoll dealer, and they actually got it to us for actually a really good sale price, about 900 bucks off. And so paying full retail, yeah, they are pretty expensive. However, if you can catch one on sale, I would suggest you pick one up. And so yeah, that's just a little Ingersoll Rand 1-inch impact review. But so far from what I'm seeing, this thing is great. Take care.